Shout out to the winner. This is a pretty interesting article from Eric Pincus, 2025 NBA free agency big board and landing spot predictions. So basically he has them ranked, okay, and then he has where he thinks they will end up. So at number 19, he has Ty Jerome. All right. And he has Ty Jerome, and he believes that Ty Jerome, the prediction is that the Sacramento Kings will sign Ty Jerome. They need a starting capable guard who can also come off the bench. Here's the write-up. The Cavs need to make several difficult decisions this summer. Ty Jerome was an integral part of the team's regular season success. Unfortunately, the group underperformed in the postseason. A lot could be attributed to health, but Jerome couldn't fill in enough of the cracks as Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell were dealing with different injuries. After Mobley won Defensive Player of the Year, his salary jumped to 30% of the cap, and Cleveland has one of the heaviest payrolls in the league. That's before considering Jerome, who will seek as much of a raise as he can muster. So the difference between Ty Jerome, TJ McConnell, and Peyton Pritchard is obviously that TJ McConnell and Peyton Pritchard, they are under contract, and Ty Jerome is not. This is what scares me about Ty Jerome, okay? And it's very simple. It's the same reason I am afraid of certain other players throughout the league where, okay, seems like they're balling out. What do we want to do next? Malik Beasley's another guy. Right? Everybody wants to trade for Malik Beasley. And as we talked about blueprints and zigging when everybody else is zagging, I'm looking at Ty Jerome and what he's done in his career. All right? He is 27 years old, so he's in the heart of he's getting right into his prime, right? Maybe not the heart of his prime, but he's getting right into his prime. He was taken in the first round. Obviously was very accomplished at University of Virginia, and we get all that. But I look at what he's done so far, okay? And you can look at this two ways. You can look at this and say he took a leap, or you can look at this and say he had a hot season, right? It's a one-off because he's been in the league since 2020, all right? In 2021, when he was 23, he played 33 games and he averaged 10 points a game. He did play 23 minutes per game, but he only played 33 games and he averaged 10. Besides that, he's never eclipsed 50 games played in his career besides last season. So in 2022 with OKC, he played 48 games, averaged 7 points. In 2023, he was 25 years old. With the Golden State Warriors, he played 45 games, 6.9 points. Then with the Cavs, last season he played 2 games. And this season, he plays 70 games, 20 minutes a game, 12.5 points per game, okay? He shoots 3.6 threes a game at 43%, all right? He was in the conversation of sixth man of the year. He balls out. So at 27, and we saw some of this with Malik Monk, but Malik Monk was a bit younger. At 27, do we think that Ty Jerome has just taken a leap, or did he have a hot season? And this is no disrespect to Ty Jerome. To me, I am more so in the camp of hot season. Now, again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't go get Ty Jerome, but is Ty Jerome actually better than Tyus Jones, who you could probably get for the minimum, when Ty Jerome is going to be looking for somebody to cash him out based on what he just did? Or do you go with the Tyus Jones where we kind of know what he is and maybe he's still looking to do the Ty Jerome thing? And in my opinion, maybe I'm a bit skewed because I watched a lot of Ty Jerome with the Warriors that season. I'm more in the camp, and we saw some of this in the playoffs, and nobody's asking Ty Jerome to be Darius Garland. We get all that. Darius Garland was an all-star. But I am afraid of being the team that bags out the player after a hot season. Like I said, you look at what he's done. He never got to 50 games in his career. Never got to 49 games, if we're being technical. He played 48 in 2022. That was the most prior to this season. And then he plays 70 games at 27 years old and career highs across the board. Is that the new Ty Jerome? Did he take a leap? Or did he have a hot season and he had no expectations and the Cavs really just had a hot season in general? And who is he going to be next season? If I'm the Kings, that's not the guy I'm taking a chance on. I would much rather, and we'll see what happens with Schroeder. And it's not that I think that Ty Jerome isn't as good as these guys, but I think that, and we'll look at the numbers here because maybe Ty Jerome and Schroeder won't be as different as maybe we think. I know Tyus Jones will be cheaper than both of them, and you got Trey Jones, Tyus' brother, running around there somewhere too. But I can't be the team that has that sees the one-off season if I'm the Kings versus everything else we've seen from Ty Jerome in his career and say, okay, great job. Now you get bagged out, and now we believe in you. I got to see more. Give me 2 years, right? If it was 2 years, 50-plus games with similar numbers, I would be Malik Monk thing is different because he was playing a bit better in LA. And yes, with the MLE and the different options that the Kings have, we're not talking about a crazy amount of money here for Ty Jerome, but I just feel like I'd like to see a bit more. That's my whole thing with Ty Jerome. And as far as ranking them, and I have their contracts too, their stats and their contracts, TJ McConnell, who is under contract. TJ McConnell signed 4 years, $45 million. So TJ McConnell, he might be now the best value. I don't know about in the NBA, but TJ McConnell next season gets 10.2. Then it goes up. He's 33 years old, or he'll be 33 in that year. Then he gets 11. Then he gets 11.8. Then there's a club option for 11.8. The Pacers, they're not moving him. There's no reason to move him. And Peyton Pritchard as well. Peyton Pritchard making a bit more money, but I think Peyton Pritchard might not be making as much. Peyton Pritchard's only making $6 million, $7 million, $7 million, $8 million. So the Celtics, there's no way they're moving him. So out of that Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, even if Ty Jerome is that Charizard, he's also the only one available. I would probably stay away from him simply because we just saw one hot season, and I'm not completely sure that that's who Ty Jerome is. When we return, speaking of the Celtics, I'm still confused on the value of Jaylen Brown and Derek White, but apparently other teams aren't. Alan South filling in for Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross, Sactown Sports.
You never know what you might hear